Tensions across West Asia are reaching a critical point as multiple conflicts converge into what increasingly resembles a broader regional confrontation. What began as a sharp escalation between Israel and Iran has now expanded into a multi-layered crisis involving state militaries, proxy groups, and emerging powers signaling their capabilities. The situation is no longer confined to isolated flashpoints. It is evolving into a complex, interconnected conflict with implications far beyond the Middle East. At the heart of this volatile moment lies the ongoing 2026 Iran war, a conflict that has rapidly intensified in both scale and geographic spread. Missile exchanges, drone strikes, and retaliatory operations have become frequent, while regional alliances are being tested under pressure. The consequences are already visible: disruptions in trade, rising energy insecurity, and growing fears that the conflict could escalate into a full-scale regional war involving multiple nations. Amid this already tense environment, Recep Tayyip Erdogan has stepped forward to showcase Turkey's expanding military capabilities. The unveiling of the Tayfun-4 missile marks a significant milestone in Ankara's defense ambitions. Developed by Roketsan, the Tayfun system is believed to represent a new generation of long-range ballistic missiles designed to enhance Turkey's strategic reach. Estimates suggest that the missile's range exceeds 1,000 kilometers, with some assessments indicating it could extend significantly further as the technology evolves. This places large parts of the Middle East and potentially beyond within its operational reach. However, range alone does not define its significance. What has drawn particular attention is the missile's reported speed, widely described as hypersonic, meaning it can travel at speeds exceeding Mach 5. Such velocity dramatically reduces reaction time for defensive systems. Traditional missile defense relies on early detection and interception, but hypersonic weapons challenge both processes. Their speed, combined with potential maneuverability during flight, makes them far more difficult to track and intercept compared to conventional ballistic missiles. The unveiling of Tayfun is therefore not merely a demonstration of technological progress, it is a statement of strategic intent. Turkey is signaling that it aims to become a major independent military power, capable of developing advanced weaponry without reliance on foreign suppliers. This aligns with Ankara's broader policy of strengthening domestic defense industries and asserting greater autonomy in global affairs. We have many projects that we have announced and many that we haven't. The remark reflects a calculated message that Turkey's visible capabilities may represent only a portion of its true military potential. It suggests a deliberate effort to cultivate uncertainty among adversaries while reinforcing domestic confidence in the country's defense sector. At the same time, the wider region continues to slide deeper into conflict. The turning point came with Operation Lion's Roar, a coordinated strike by Israel and the United States targeting Iranian military and strategic assets. The operation marked a significant escalation, moving beyond covert actions into direct confrontation. Iran responded swiftly, launching waves of ballistic missiles and drones aimed at Israeli territory, as well as at U.S. bases and allied positions in the Gulf. These attacks demonstrated both capability and intent, signaling that Tehran was prepared to engage in sustained retaliation. Despite Israel's advanced defense systems, including Arrow, David Sling, and Iron Dome, the scale and coordination of these attacks have posed serious challenges. Some missiles have penetrated defenses, causing damage and casualties. Despite a robust system of missile defense, Iranian missiles have struck multiple positions. This highlights a fundamental reality of modern warfare. Even the most sophisticated defense systems can be overwhelmed under sustained pressure. Saturation attacks, where large numbers of projectiles are launched simultaneously, can strain interception capacities and create gaps in coverage. The conflict has quickly expanded beyond direct exchanges between Israel and Iran. One of the most significant developments has been the involvement of Hezbollah, which has opened a northern front from Lebanon. Hezbollah's arsenal of rockets and drones has been deployed against Israeli targets, prompting a strong response from the Israel Defense Forces. Israel has carried out extensive airstrikes on Hezbollah-linked infrastructure, targeting command centers, weapons depots, and launch sites. These strikes have caused significant destruction and raised fears of a broader war along Israel's northern border. Israel executed heavy airstrikes on Hezbollah-controlled areas. The situation remains highly volatile. A full-scale conflict between Israel and Hezbollah would represent a major escalation, potentially drawing in additional actors and causing widespread devastation in Lebanon and northern Israel. Beyond Lebanon, Iran's network of allies is playing an increasingly active role. In Yemen, the Houthis have resumed missile and drone attacks targeting Israel. These actions are framed as part of a broader alliance with Tehran, often referred to as the Axis of Resistance. Similar dynamics are visible in Iraq and Syria, where Iranian-backed militias remain operational. These groups have the capacity to target US and allied forces, further complicating the strategic environment. We are in joint coordination with our brothers in Iran, Lebanon, and Iraq. This coordination underscores a deliberate strategy to apply pressure on Israel and its allies from multiple directions simultaneously. By opening several fronts, Iran and its partners aim to stretch defensive resources and create strategic dilemmas for their adversaries. In this evolving landscape, questions are being raised about the future of missile defense. Israel's layered system has long been considered one of the most advanced in the world, but recent developments suggest that emerging technologies may be altering the balance. Hypersonic weapons, such as Turkey's Tayfun missile, if fully operational as described, represent a new category of threat. Their speed and maneuverability could significantly reduce the effectiveness of existing interception systems. The missile is capable of outrunning interceptors and striking with precision. Even without hypersonic capabilities, recent missile barrages have demonstrated that sheer volume can challenge defenses. The addition of faster, more agile weapons could further complicate the situation, forcing militaries to rethink their strategies. Despite showcasing its military advancements, Turkey has maintained a cautious diplomatic stance. Hakan Fidan has emphasized the country's efforts to engage with all parties involved in the conflict, advocating for dialogue and de-escalation. Turkey is engaging with all parties to find a way to end the war. This reflects Turkey's unique position. As a NATO member, it maintains close ties with Western nations, yet it also shares regional connections with countries like Iran. This dual alignment allows Ankara to act as a potential intermediary, even as it strengthens its own defense posture. However, the proximity of the conflict means Turkey is not immune to its effects. Reports of missiles entering Turkish airspace have highlighted the risk of spillover, bringing the conflict closer to NATO territory. NATO air defenses successfully intercepted a second Iranian ballistic missile. Such incidents demonstrate how quickly the situation could escalate further. A miscalculation or unintended strike could draw additional countries into the conflict, increasing the risk of a broader war. The unveiling of the Tayfun missile has therefore sparked intense debate among analysts. Some view it primarily as a deterrent, a means of discouraging potential threats by demonstrating capability. Others interpret it as part of a broader shift in Turkish foreign policy, signaling a willingness to take a more assertive role in regional affairs. Either way, the timing is significant. By showcasing advanced missile technology during a period of heightened tension, Turkey is reinforcing its position as a key player in the evolving security landscape. The broader picture is one of increasing instability. Israel is engaged on multiple fronts, Iran is leveraging both direct and proxy strategies, and groups like Hezbollah and the Houthis are actively participating in the conflict. At the same time, Turkey's emergence as a missile power introduces a new variable into an already complex equation. The global implications are considerable. Energy markets are sensitive to developments in the region, and disruptions to supply routes could have far-reaching economic consequences. Maritime security is also a concern, particularly in strategic choke points that are vital for international trade. Looking ahead, the situation remains highly uncertain. Diplomatic efforts are ongoing, but the pace of military escalation raises questions about whether they can keep up. The risk of further confrontation is real, particularly if additional actors become directly involved. The conflict has spread across the Middle East. This observation captures the essence of the current moment. What began as a series of localized tensions has evolved into a broader regional crisis with multiple fronts and overlapping interests. Turkey's demonstration of the Tayfun missile is unfolding within this wider context. It reflects both the country's growing technological capabilities and its ambition to play a more influential role in regional security. At the same time, it adds another layer of complexity to an already volatile situation. For Israel, the challenge is immediate, defending against multiple threats while maintaining operational readiness across different fronts. For Iran and its allies, the strategy appears focused on sustained pressure and strategic coordination. For Turkey, the task is to balance its ambitions with its diplomatic role, navigating a path that avoids direct entanglement while enhancing its influence. The coming months will be critical in determining the trajectory of this conflict. Whether the region moves toward de-escalation or deeper confrontation will depend on a complex interplay of military decisions, political calculations, and diplomatic efforts. What is clear is that the stakes are higher than they have been in years. The convergence of advanced military technology, entrenched rivalries, and shifting alliances has created a situation that is both fragile and potentially explosive. As events continue to unfold, the world will be watching closely, aware that the consequences of this conflict could extend far beyond the Middle East, shaping global security dynamics for years to come.